Ladies and gentlemen, of course, welcome to Meet the Plug. I go by Young Lisa, and today y'all know how I get. I get excited when I get some dope artists to come sit with me and tell me about what they got going on. And I have one in the building with us right now. As you can see, I got Sweet Apple West, ladies and gentlemen. Y'all give it up. West, what's popping?
What's popping? What's
Hey,
good? How
I'm
you
so
doing?
glad. I'm great. I'm glad you hanging out with me today. And you already know we're gonna jump straight into it because I want to know, how did you come up with your name?
So it's pretty simple. It's just my name backwards.
That's
my
dope.
but funny thing is it took me years to actually come to that conclusion, to that name,
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, it's not just a name I would just pick out at random, just be like, yeah,
Absolutely.
that's the name I'm going with.
Fire. I kind of got when I got the information like about you and your song, I started looking at your Instagram and everything. I kind of want I really got like I want to know more. You know what I'm saying? So tell me where you
Oh,
from. Give us some background how you got started and leading up to where we're gonna get into today.
so I was born in Orlando, Florida. I lived in 8 different states the first 8 years of my life. Me and my mom it was just me and my mom for
Okay.
like the majority of it.
Okay.
But then I settled in Paulding County, which is about 45 minutes west of Atlanta.
Okay.
It's just
Okay.
it's pretty country, you know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? Like just
Yeah.
not a lot going on out there. Definitely had to get up out of there as soon as I
Yeah.
could. But as far as the music goes, I've been making music for about 15 plus years now. I just turned 30 like last week, so
Well, happy belated birthday, first of all.
appreciate that. Yeah, so over half my life now. I started out on drums. I just like I saw some neighborhood kids playing, like, and they were a lot younger than me, but they were just like killing it, and I just like seeing that in person, man. Like, I don't know, it just made me feel like I got to do this, and this is just like something I didn't even know it was going to be like
Yeah.
how big of a, like it's way bigger than me, it's something
Right.
that connects everybody, and that's just, I just wanted to be a part of that feeling. And ever since, I just picked up as many different instruments, eventually leading into rap, my high
Okay.
school years.
Okay.
Yeah, I've always written lyrics. So like after I, had a few years of some drums and, bass and playing in bands and stuff like that, not being able to keep a band together and everything,
Yeah. Yeah.
I
Yeah.
really just wanted to do my own thing. And I was always writing lyrics. So I just kind of, just started writing rhymes. I was just listening, like doing my homework, listening to all the old, all the oldies, all the, just everything. Like,
So when you say you do your homework, tell me who influenced you. Cause like, I know, like you said, with the, seeing the kids playing the drums, that kind of sparked that little passion for you and
Yeah,
led to something bigger. So
right.
what's some artists that influenced you to really like go where you going now?
Really the first one was T.I. Like he, cause I graduated 2009.
Okay.
I like, this is when Wayne, Gucci, Jeezy, like all the down. So, that was like all you
Y'all had a
heard.
good era of music right
Yeah. And I really related more with Tip just because like he just had like all these different levels to him, like
there. Yeah.
he
Yeah.
had to like, do this because of this situation, or had to react, not that, I was coming up in the same exact situation, of course.
Right.
I related to him a lot. I just liked the, I could tell that he sat alone with his thoughts a lot, and like
Right.
definitely, being an only child, being on my own a lot, I was definitely something I was familiar with. And that's what, really, it was just, it's more of, all about therapy and like a
Mm-hmm.
release, and just, you can, I'm not really like a super talkative person. Like if you meet me, like, I'm just kind of like chill, like,
Right.
that's the pen and papers where I let it
I was
all
I
out.
was just gonna lead into that doing some background on you. I was reading that you came up with just you as an only child, like you said, and that music was something that you went to like you said, become your therapy. Now with that, because a lot of times I've been talking to artists lately, and we're more conscious of like our mental space. So would you I guess agree, or what advice would you give to certain artists right now that may be in some of the positions that you were in, that you were able to use music to get out of?
Man, that's a really good question. like no, that's like a great question.
Thank you.
Uh, Honestly, is it all comes down to, I mean, you can think about, that's a lot of artists, tend to overthink,
Yeah.
everything, when it, from music to just, our daily lives. But to just stay busy and work your ass off, grind your ass off, put in the hours. If you don't know how to do it, look it up on YouTube, watch a tutorial, you know, it will happen for you. I've been doing this for, like I said, about over half my life, and it hasn't been the past year and a half. I've been grinded nonstop, you know, putting in those, you know, hours. Yeah, I've put in my 10,000 hours for sure. And like, you know, I wouldn't have got there if it weren't for that passion. But you got to have the passion and want to do it. You really got to like want to do it. Don't come in and, you know, don't be doing this just for like, you know, half-ass reasons. Kind of, you know what I mean? Like if your heart's behind it, you know, put in the work. Like get up early, stay up, whatever you got to do.
You hitting on it, because I mean, honestly, it really takes that consistency. That's something I noticed. I mean, I've been doing this for a long time, pretty much like half my life. And as long as you stay consistent and keep pushing at it and keep going, don't give up, because you never know. You might be right at the cusp of your breakthrough. You know what I mean?
Yeah. It kind of happened. I mean, literally a year and a half ago, I was mediocre at best at making beats, and I hadn't even recorded myself. I think I recorded one rap song before that. And, you know, the past year and a half, I've done all this myself. You know, I mean, of course I have like, you know, a friend or two, you know, that helps me out sometimes, but we're all learning together, you know what
Absolutely.
I mean? So like,
that's what I was listening to your record, Carmen Elektra, which we're going to talk about that too. I was listening to your record, and that was the one thing that stood out, because that's my ear. I'm an audio geek. So like, I was like, man, he got a lot of stuff going on in this record sonically that it impressed me to be listening to an artist on an independent level, and to see what you're pushing out and the sonics to it. I felt like even reading your background it matched, because there's some therapy, there's some frequencies that you have in that music that is therapeutic. Is that intentional when you do your music? Like, are you kind of going into that space to heal folks?
You know, it's not. It's kind of that's what I love about, you know, doing what I do now. It's always I never know what's about to happen, and that's like what's great. It's like I'm always about to learn something new about myself. I didn't even know. Like I'll finish writing a song or finish recording it and shaping it, and then I'll be sitting back listening to it. I'm just like, damn, I didn't even realize. I didn't pick up on a lot of things that I was even saying. I'm like, this is how I really feel. Like, wow. But like, it's exciting. Like, that's what I look forward to the most. I just can't, you know, like, I can't wait to see the artists I continue to evolve and become. Like,
absolutely,
I'm excited for those songs I'm gonna write. You know,
I was actually on Russ's page today, and that was the one thing he was talking about was like, if he would have quit in 2014, he wouldn't came out with this and this, and like to keep going and keep being creative. So let's talk about Carmen Elektra. How did you come up with it? Did you produce that record too? Like, did you make the beat? And
so I got the loop from another producer.
Okay.
But the drums and the 808s, yeah, I did make myself. And arranged it, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really, like, that was something that came from my, you know, being in bands and stuff. Like, you know, song structure was like always my forte. You know, I always want to keep it interesting, you know?
Absolutely.
But Carmen Electra, I actually wrote it almost a year ago to the day. I wrote it, December of last year. And I live just about 5 minutes from where I am now. You know, I'm like 10, 15 minutes from downtown Atlanta. But I didn't have a car back then. I was like really broke, you know, still like on the come up. And I used to have to like walk to the gas station, you know, it was about a mile and a half away, you know, but like in the cold, man, it's like no joke, you know, you're going to go get those cigarettes or like, you know, a little beer, like whatever, you know, whatever you need. And like the holidays have always kind of just been a hard time for me personally. You know, I don't have a lot of family. I don't really, you know, there's just some scars that, you know, with my family that, you know, it's, you know, I still love them. I still got mad love for my mom and dad, but like, you know, things aren't like just, you know, super chipper and like cheerful and stuff. So it's kind of like a really kind of depressing time for me personally. And I know a lot of other people, you know, are dealing with that as well, but you know, seeing everybody posting their stuff on social media and like whatnot, and like, so it's just already kind of put me in that mindset. And then, you know, just my actually daily life, you know, like, because the chorus goes, you know, life's been as cold as December wind, you know, like floating through my pen again. But like, that was just like, from me walking to the store, I was listening because I would listen to the beat, like the beats I would make as I'm going to the gas station and like fine tuning it. You know, that would be like my get out of my room finally, and, you know, like go listen to the, you know, to the beat over and over and over. I'm like, okay, as soon as I got back to the house, I know what to do. Like, you know.
Yep.
But the name is really so this is a single from my upcoming mixtape. It's called Mostly for Millennials, and it's it touches on just, everything from political to relationships to the everyday struggle, and Carmen Elektra was like somebody, super super famous back then. Like
That's
a lot
right.
of
That's right.
a lot of the guys have posters of her in their room and stuff, so it started as like just a funny name, just to like, hey, that name's gonna pop out, but like I also relate it to, the grind, the hustle, and just trying to,
Absolutely.
get by, like, Young Jeezy's got Christina Aguilera kind of thing. So
Right. No, that's
so
fire.
yeah. So I was kind of going with
So
that.
when's the mixtape dropping? When can we expect to get some more of that great music you got in that
Should
catalog?
definitely will be out before the end of the year.
Okay.
Yeah, I thought it was gonna be pushed back a little bit just because
Mhm.
I just started hitting these like promo runs hard. Like I
Absolutely.
got a solid team behind me now, and like I was really wanting to be done by the end of the year, and I thought I was gonna get pushed back, but it's definitely gonna be out probably by the end of this month,
Ah,
honestly.
that's
So
dope.
yeah,
That's dope.
yeah,
Well,
be
I
looking for
cannot
that.
wait. Last question
It's really
from
dope.
me. Before we really recap, I want to know something that you want people to take away from your music when they listen to it.
Um, that music is subjective, and I mean, literally anybody could do this if they want to. Everyone's got their own story. I'm not anybody special. I have my own story. I just feel that a lot of people who don't have a voice, I try to, take my own experiences, because I've made every dumb mistake you can make.
Yeah.
I really, like, because I didn't have anybody there hold my hand, showing me.
Yeah.
But that's not like an ego thing. Like, I'm here with you. Like, hey, I did this. Like,
Yep.
don't copy me, but like I understand like what you're going through, and that's just just thinking out of outside the box, man. Like I really like go with that whole outer space thing, because it's just
Absolutely.
like use your imagination,
And
like
you
it's
create a
supposed to
vibe
be
for
fun.
sure. You create a vibe for sure. And
Appreciate
I
it.
really had a great time having a conversation with you, talking to you, getting to
Yeah, you
know
too.
you,
Yeah.
getting to know you more as an artist. And of course, I want everybody to be able to do the same. Let everybody know how to find you, where to stream your music, where to find you on social.
Yep. So I got all the streaming sites, Spotify, Amazon, whatever you guys like to listen to. Sweet Apple West, all one word, lowercase, no T on the end. I'm not a direction. It's WES. SoundCloud, Instagram, Facebook, Sweet Apple West, YouTube. My brand, my company's name is East Atlanta Zoo, or EAZ Entertainment,
Nice.
and y'all will find out about that later. But that's where you can look me up on YouTube, East Atlanta Zoo.
Excellent. Excellent. But listen, like I said before, I had a great conversation. You could always come hang out with us again when you got some more stuff, and we need to let the people know what's going on.
Yeah.
I want you to do one more favor for me.
What's up?
Introduce your song to the people. I'm gonna play it right after this.
All right. This is Sweet Apple West. Listening to Carmen Elektra, brought to you by Young Nissa. Thank you so much for having me.
Hey, y'all already know what it is. To Meet the Plug Media Pass. Y'all turn it up one time. Let's go.